As a yoga therapist and Ayurvedic health practitioner, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple somatic yoga exercises to strengthen your knees and melt away chronic pain, all in just 5 minutes. If standing or high-packed exercises feel tough for you right now, you can still build strong, pain-resistant joints by focusing on the right alignment and somatic awareness. In today's routine, we're going to focus on 3 of my favorite movements to stabilize the legs and restore your knees. These are gentle, joint friendly, and they're designed to help you walk, hike, climb stairs, and move through your day with total confidence. Each exercise is going to focus on a different group of supporting muscles and connective tissues. Because of this, it's important to watch all 3 exercises for a well-rounded program that actually creates long-term change. As always, before we get started, make sure that you listen to your body. Don't force anything that your body's not ready for. And you can also modify as needed. I'll show those modifications for each of the movements, and I'll also show ways to make it more challenging or even a bit easier to really acknowledge exactly where you are in your body right now. Let's get into exercise number 1, which is the fish pose with special dynamic movements. Now, this posture is focusing on opening the front side of the body and strengthening the quads to relieve tension that pulls on the knees. So what we want to do is come into a seated position here. And you can take your hands alongside your hips and then press your hands into the floor. Start to activate your legs, so engage the front of your thighs and your quads. Flex your ankles, so toes towards your shins. And then from here, gently come onto your forearms, and you can keep the hands here, or if you want to get a deeper opening for the shoulders and the chest, you can sit right on the top of your hands with the palms facing down and pressing into the elbows and the forearms. You can let your head drop back if you want to open up the throat in the front of the neck, or you can keep your head slightly forward or neutral. What we want to do here is engage the quadricep muscles and then point the toes and really squeeze the front of the thighs. And then as you flex the ankles, draw the toes towards your shin bones, and again, squeezing the thighs. Okay, so you can move with the breath as you flex and extend the ankles. And we're really focusing on engaging the front of the thighs, those quadricep muscles, and the supporting knee joints and ligaments. So that's going to trigger the response in the knees, the ligaments of the knees. So you can do anywhere from 5 to 10 of these repetitions. And when you're done, come back into a seated position, take a deep breath. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and do a second set. Now, let's move into exercise 2, the supported bridge pose with specific dynamic movements. Now, this is going to target the glutes and the hamstrings, which are the primary shock absorbers for the knee joints. Now, what you're going to need is a block. It's very helpful to have a block. You can do it without, but it's going to require more strength into the leg. So I really like the use of the block. So let's bend the knees here. Spread the toes and keep the feet about hip width apart. Reach out with the arms. Middle fingers can just touch the heels. And then from here, we're going to start to engage the thighs and the legs and lift the hips up. And particularly now, really squeezing and engaging the hamstrings and the glutes. Now this is where we can take the block and place it under your sacrum, so the lower part of your spine, either on the lower part or the higher part. You can flip it up if you'd like. Just make sure it's steady under there. Okay, and then you can walk your shoulders in a little bit and then keep those hamstrings activated. Now you can just stay here and then just kind of squeeze and release the hamstrings, or moving into the more dynamic movement, we're going to lift the leg up, okay, flexing at the ankle, and then we're going to flex and extend at the knee joint. So this movement again strengthens the knee joints and the ligaments. So doing 5 or 10 of these, and then slowly bring the foot to the floor. You can take a deep breath here. And go ahead and lift the other leg. Again, we're going to flex at the ankle, so press your heel up towards the ceiling. Engage the leg here, the front and the back, and then slowly flex and extend at the knee, and really focus on squeezing and engaging the leg. And same thing here, you can do 5 to 10 repetitions, and then slowly placing the foot to the floor, and you can release the block and just come onto your back. You can bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice little squeeze, and then slowly come up as we prepare for that third and final exercise, which is the yoga squat with dynamic movements. So as you come into the squat here, turn your feet out to the side, the hips externally rotated, and then take your hands together towards your chest. You can use your elbows to kind of pry your knees out to the side. Okay, now you can stay here and just feel the strength into the legs here, but the benefits really come with the movements. Now the movements that we're going to do will help to improve the range of motion and the synovial fluid that's around the joint capsules of your knees. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to shift onto one side, and you can use a block here to rest that knee and then just straighten the leg here. Okay, and then come back into squat, and then you can take the block under the knee, straighten the leg, and then just moving back and forth a few times. Okay, you can see how my toes are pointing straight up and the leg is straight out to the side as best as you can. And again, there's movement, there's flexion and extension into the knee joint as well as the hip. But again, targeting the knee and really engaging the thigh as you do that. Okay. And you can do 5 to 10 on each side. And then when you're done, just come back into the squat here and take a few deep breaths. And that completes the 3 exercises. So now that we covered the 3 somatic exercises for the knees, aim to complete at least one of these yoga exercises 2 or 3 times per week. You can choose all 3 exercises or just start with one, whatever feels best for your body. Now, if you're looking for more exercises, not just for the knees, but for the rest of your body to feel strong and mobile, I have a totally free longevity blueprint. You'll gain access to a follow-along system with me featuring some of the best somatic exercises for your joints. This is perfect no matter your fitness level, even if you're currently managing joint pain or arthritis. Now, this blueprint and yoga exercise routine is meant to get you started on the right path to feeling good. So click on the link below to join. Thank you for watching. Peace and namaste.